Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome in, Biwi. It's good to see you. Thank, uh, Thank you for claiming first mate. Time to get to work. uh, as it turned, I'm working from home so I can watch this time. Hell yeah. I'm glad to have you in. We're gonna be doing just some Rogue Trader. Normally, I would have tried to do this on a Friday or a Sunday, but those days have been unable to work given the current holiday season. So, I'm doing it today on my day off. Thinking I'm gonna get as far as I can. Just a heads up, I may not be streaming this regularly on stream for much longer. I am so enamored with this game, I kind of want to finish this run on my own. So, I will be. So, if I end up streaming this game again, it will probably be at a different point in the game, very different from the one that you. Very different from the one we left off at. But, last time we were playing, I had just spoken with the governor, and he said, well, things are hard until we get the aircraft battery gone. So I decided to go and deal with the aircraft battery, and then I got a glitch, and then I reset, and then I was like, it's too late. So, so I just left off for the night. So we're gonna go back and try to do that again. Hopefully, hopefully, our Adeptus Sororitas does not glitch into a wall this time. That would be nice. Also, I can't wait to get back on the ship because I have a wonderful surprise for myself when I get back there. So I think at the earliest convenience, I'm going to go back to the ship. But how are you doing today, Biwi? And everyone? Alright. So this is going to immediately become a combat. I gotta double check my stuff. You are fine. I have no worries about you, aside from the fact that you are currently suffering. Oh yeah, that's right, they are currently suffering. Buddy. I forgot how much you guys were currently just, like, in shit because you keep dying. There we go, that's how you move those around. Ooh, boy, it's gonna be a rough one. I need to get back. So fast. So that you and Pascal can sleep off your wounds. Also, what do I got here? Lightning staff is neat, I guess. Heavy leather armor.
The order is contrary to dogmatic protocols.
What, you can't wear heavy armor? You wuss? You coward? Come into my house and tell me this shit and then fucking see what fucking happens. When the wearer kills 2 or more enemies with a single attack, that attack doesn't spend all of the wearer's MP. I need you to have boots that are befitting your position as my Warmonger. Do I want the cloak? I don't think I want the cloak. I think I would want either this cloak or a different cloak, but they won't give it to me. Also, this is now probably good for you. Okay. That is probably fine. Now let's dive in.
Your struggles are in vain.
Crush them!
Let's see here. I only have one real frontline fighter. Also, I think you might be able to deal with this just fine, so I'm going to put you right here. Argenta, do not fall into a wall this time, I swear to God. Yadira is going to go... I think over here. Cassia can't reach. Fucking hell. Fucking hell, you had one goddamn job. And I suppose you will be flank commander.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Okay, yeah.
Rejoice in battle.
Let's go with that. I'm back. I had to clean a cat hair full. How's the game going? I was just prepping up for this big fight. I had to fight against all these rebels in this base.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Oh, he's been dissolved.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Damn rebels. Well, they have the right gumption, just the wrong timing. It's more just like enemies of inconvenience. Okay. Wish you would step back from that edge, my friend. Okay, I think you suck.
Battlefields
Die.
are always drowned in scarlet. I'm not accustomed to
Pascal,
being
you
ordered
shall get the
around.
voice of command, and Argenta, start blasting.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Eradicated.
There we go. Oh, fuck, a sharpshooter. What a straight up horrifying thing. Oh, I have a plan. Oh, I have a plan. Do I like this plan? I don't think others will.
This foreboding.
That didn't do anything! This plan was stupid!
But of course,
Alright, enjoy your extra bonuses, Abelard. Okay, so you got the Frightened Rebel, the Gloomy Rebel, and Rebel.
sow the seeds of discord.
We're gonna have the Gloomy Rebel be a little bit, fucked up. This
Purple
Frightened
sky.
Rebel is going to get a wee bit of damage. And then
I will
Adira
triumph.
is likewise going to get my voice of command. Damn it, I made a mistake. Oh well. Rico.
Fails.
Anal. Lysis. Reduce the damage dealt from target's attacks by... I can't see him. This sucks. Oh, there you are. Cool.
Activate calculated fury algorithm. Running binaric override. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Let's do that and give a little bit of joint analysis. Cool. Alright, Abelard. Time for you to show why we keep you on the team. It's because you shred fucking... It's because you shred like no one's business.
Your hand. Victory is imminent.
Alright, and... let's go with that. Alright, Argenta, come around this corner here.
The enemies of the
Concentrate
Emperor
your
will be
fire.
undone.
Alright, Argenta, I swear to God, if you miss right fucking now, I'm going to actually, like, be very upset.
Can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Good. Good work. Very proud of you. That boy is dead. He didn't stand a fucking chance.
I have read tomes of military tactics. Try to die with grace, at least.
You performed 500 critical hits with your party members. Oh shit. That's real. That happened real quick. Yeah, wicked.
If I may,
Let's see what you can do.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Revel in the slaughter.
I'll do it.
Alright, we'll have you run down here, Argenta, and... just fucking kill him.
Move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Nice. You dodged 500 enemy attacks. Hell yeah. God, I'm feeling like a pro.
There is movement in the Empyrean.
Oh, there we go.
Anything else? Will do.
Alright. Their weakness is exposed. Give them hell. Do it now.
Anything else? Ruin beckons.
Let's just blind him. Well,
I will not stoop to this. I need no guidance. What a satisfying demise.
guess you didn't need it. That's edge.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
And you're too far away. Damn. Okay.
Running binary override.
Let's do that. And so we'll just shoot him. Ha! Bye.
Request approved.
Alright, then we'll just end turn.
I will do my due. I took care of this one.
I think that is everything up top here.
At your beck and call.
This is unacceptable.
Alright.
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave.
Okay, so you can't kill them all just straight out like that. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that instead. And then we're gonna pop this guy up top. You're reveling a bit too much in this slaughter, Argenta. That's not very Sister of Battle of you, but I'm here for it. Don't worry. Other people are just kind of judgy. Me? I love that about you. I love that you enjoy the slaughter, the carnage. Corn loves it too.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Strike is a prayer.
Oh, he just gone. Is that a fucking word bearer shirt? Oh, hi ZarVT. I see you have not I see that you haven't witnessed this yet. Yes. Yes it is. Worst Traitor Legion. Absolute dog shit take. Pure dog shit take. Word bearers best Legion. I am the world's biggest word bearer simp, and I will not apologize. Welcome aboard, Stallion. Chart us a course, our loyal navigator. They're not Iron Hands or Emperor's Children. I mean, Emperor's Children's a contender. Iron Hands is, that way. As you command, sir. What was I saying? Iron Warriors? I don't know, man. I know a lot of people are into Iron Warriors and all their stuff. It's just not... It's not me, boss. Feels a bit too... I've been on Reddit for a little bit too long of a Legion.
That is foolishness.
Ow! Emperor's Children, though. That's good shit. I love Emperor's Children. But I'm sorry, no one can compete with dearest Daddy Lorgar. What about the Night Lords? I feel like I would like Night Lords a lot more if I wasn't illiterate. I have a lot of friends who are really into them, and frankly, I'm kinda down for the vibe. But I think just generally overall, conceptually, and kind of like in terms of like themes I like in media, it's just word bearers. I fucking love fallen church boy as the aesthetic. It's great. How goes the games? They be going good. I am tired of these aerial batteries keeping me from going back to my ship and changing my profile to, like, changing my image. I put them in jail. I'm making them suffer. Why not? Let's go. Bullets aren't important. Oh, my RT went full commissar. Honestly, I have a couple of saves that are done up right now. I have my, I have this save, and I have a separate save that I was doing for a bit, but, I really prefer this save by a lot, because I'm straight up playing... This is not a bit, I am playing a heretic. And I'm very here for it. I think I'm finally finding my build, too, because I'm trying to be, like, a support psyker. Which is hard, because, like, you have Adira, and Adira is such a better psyker than you, it hurts. And she does basically the same thing I do. Also, she, too, is kind of Hereticus-leaning, which is, you know, great for me. Oh, I'm going full dogmatic. That checks out for you. You being a servo skull and all that. All I'm saying is that you have chosen to embrace the chains of the Imperium is quite saddening. I hope one day you will learn the truth, the way. Even Horus regretted everything in the end. Horus was not that good. Not even a controversial take. Horus was a bitch, and he died like a bitch. Daddy should have been in charge the entire time. He had his head on straight.
Aesthetically sound approach. Victory is imminent.
Okay, so I'm gonna get out of here.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Look at him go!
Doubt is for the weak.
I feel so bad because on this run I probably will have to, like, abandon Argenta at some point, because I get the impression it'll be very hard to crack her evil egg. Boy, do I want to. Because she has been... her results vary, but she varies between being, like, the best person on my team and the worst.
Guided by faith.
Alright. The only thing we have left is that sharpshooter who's currently blind.
Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it.
Arf, reload. Oh, I can get you up there. Sweet. You perform 500 critical hits with your party members. Okay. Try it again, Blindy. Ow, where did you come from?
not this Scryer's job.
Fuck. Okay. Well, enjoy your time up here.
One step closer. Through chaos.
And we'll blow them up with my psychic screams. What the fuck? That was terrible.
Request denied.
Okay. What about if I try to get you right here? Alright, Cassia. Hope you can dodge a bullet. The answer was no.
Running binaric override.
Sorry, the answer was yes, and also that the guy that I was shooting could also do it, which is even more shameful. Alright, Abelard, are you a bad enough dude to run through fire?
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Wow, I didn't expect that to be true. No, you don't disarm traps you see? I disarm some traps I see, as it turns out. If it was, you know, I don't think Abelard can disarm traps very well, so I didn't even attempt it. Argenta, though, definitely my disarm person. Also, Abelard can take hits. Like, if one person could walk through a trap and I would feel fine, it would be Abelard. Argenta, despite the fact that I tell her to disarm the fucking traps, frequently just walks into them. Fucking idiot. I made a fucky-wucky.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
I know what is to come.
Blind him again! Haha, you can't see. My time is now. Honestly, you probably have pretty acceptable. Oh, you can't get close enough. Oh! Tragic.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Alright.
I've suffered worse.
Ah. Look at all the stuff I'm doing for you, Abelard. How great it is that you are on fire, I guess. God damn it. Look what I've done.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Your rogue trader's also a sniper. I guess it does work with the commissar. Commissar build-wise feels like they're the more melee-focused one for some reason, so I guess I'm a little surprised. Unless you aren't actually playing a commissar. It's real helpful. Aw, man. I bet having a sniper would be really nice.
The Emperor will be undone.
The closest I have is Argenta, who is basically just like a breacher. Full hat and everything. I just yell at people to do things. Ah, gotcha. I thought you meant like the class. I thought you meant like the class commissar, because I am doing a commissar run separately from this, where I'm going a bit more iconoclast, which is to say, not loyalist, but like we value people here. It's very, very Ibram Gaunt.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
But that is looking, but that class looks very, every single shot, Argenta! Motherfucker! I am Morganskos, but I will execute people. Can't take any risks as the Imperium. After all, someone might figure out the truth and want to, you know, leave. Can't have that. It'd be foolish to allow that.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
Alright. Is that everyone? That's everyone. Hell yeah. Let's get at it. Let's figure out what the fuck is going on now. Oh. Armored body glove, scrappy autogun. Please tell me you were not sniping with an autogun. Motherfucker, were you sniping with an autogun? Wait, nope, there it is. The sniper rifle. That's what you were sniping with. The clear, intended for its purpose sniper rifle. Also, some of this is looking sharp. Like those mesh glove, like those sniper gloves. Not bad stuff. So got Argenta, a chainsword, and a hand flamer. See, I went full Seraphim on Argenta and just gave her 2 hand flamers. It doesn't work as well as I would hope. But also, I am like very early days in this game because I've been playing only on stream, so progress has been slow. I'm gonna break my. I kind of mentioned this, but because I'm like, the text priest axe does seem really good. I wish that I could get any use out of it right now. Let me show you what happened really early on. So as it turns out, don't stand in the line of a turret. Let me show you why.
Sacred technology breaks my heart. Figuratively speaking, my cardiovascular augmentation can withstand much more than
Playoff stream because it's too slow for my streams. I'm starting to learn this as well. I'm starting to learn this as well, but basically, I stood in front of a turret, and poor Pascal, before he got to do any combat, got to eat a las cannon to the face, and this is what he's rocking with right now until I can get back to the ship. So as it turns out, he can't do much at the moment, which is very unfortunate because I feel like I'd like him a lot. But look at Argenta. Argenta has been through shit. Argenta needs a long-ass rest. She has suffered 2 major injuries. Did you make it to the Tech Temple yet? I have not. I am currently just in the capital city. I have been given feelers on the Tech Temple, and I intend to go there. Perhaps today, perhaps off stream. I don't know. Um,
I am not afraid to embrace the revelations that make others shriek and cover. That is the difference between me and ignorant filth.
you tell him. But again, progress has been very slow. You finished your Trajan Valoris. Yeah, I think I saw him in your Discord actually. Man, I love, I really love the look of Custodes. For a long time, I really wanted to play my own, Custodes on my own, but like, I have a lot of armies I want to run. The constant problem I have is that I have a lot of armies I want to run, but not enough time to paint. But I was thinking for a while that I wanted to do Custodes, because I love the look of their, I think I'm the only person in the world that loves the look of their grav tanks. Which look baller as hell, but like everyone that I would talk to about it, like even like the Custodes player I knew for a while was like, why do you like the tanks? Why would you even put them in tanks? They're supposed to be human tanks on their own. And I'm like, well, they're cool tanks. Tell me a man can take down a fucking Titan with his one sword, and I will show you a setting that makes no sense. Don't look at me, I know that shit like this happens anyway. But faces are hard. Yeah, I'm starting to figure that out too. With my Tau army. The Tachyon cannon Jazeera's has in Twice Dead King and kills a Titan in one shot. Yeah, it sounds about right. Don't worry, every time I ever open my mouth again, I'll be sure to put one foot in just to compensate. But like a tachyon cannon, is that like... That's like a Necron thing, right? Again, please bear with me, I'm an illiterate. Yeah, that's like the tachyon arrow from like the Necron stuff. Right? That's like the thing that the overlords have on their wrist when you build them. It's like a one-shot, one-kill weapon. It's absurd. Alright, I think I've positioned everything appropriately. And...
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Rattle 'em, boys!
God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart! Faith without deeds is worthless.
Alright, hold him in your gaze. I'm gonna give you voice of command.
If you insist, Lord Captain. I'm not
And then I might as well give
accustomed
you
to
bring
being ordered
it down.
around.
I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
There we go. And you are a fire starter cultist, so I don't know that I want you around. Yeah, I think you're getting it first. Fuck! Yeah, he's super dead.
My place is at the fore. This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment. At your beck and call.
And brace for impact. There we go.
Amidst the carnage, I find purpose. Purpose guides me.
I think I'm just gonna blow you up. There we go. Alright, Idira. Excuse me. What's the matter, boy? Do you have something to say?
But of course.
Oh, making them sweat.
Will do.
What did you say? Oh, I said I'm going to blow them up.
That is not my destiny.
All right. You tried. Ooh. Actually, that reminds me. Is it time?
Rejoice in battle! I am his will made manifest. As the Emperor commands, I act. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Also, that's a weird way that that's going off there. I think that's a bit of a visual glitch. BRB making grilled cheese? Yeah. Alright, sounds good. Enjoy your grilled cheese. It's good to see you today, Czar. I hope my scattered 40k knowledge isn't, like, entirely too cringe.
Die with grace, at least.
Damn.
Request approved.
And I don't think you should use that. There we go.
A tactically sound approach.
Yeehaw! Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker! This is where you fucking die!
This is beneath me.
The fuck you mean it's too far? That's dumb as fuck. Wait, am I blind? Is that what's going on here?
I will triumph.
Okay. That's weird.
Ruin beckons.
At your beck and call. Reduce to dust.
Oh yeah, he's super dead now. Okay. Are you ready to go fucking wild? Alright, let's go, Abelard. Indulge in the fucking bloodlust.
We should deal with this.
Oh yeah.
Victory is imminent. I will do my duty.
There we go. Give you something to think about before you go ham on me.
They who discern the future on the battlefield.
My ears are ringing.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Alright, that's all of them. Knife, knife, knife. Hand flamer, hand flamer, hand flamer, hand flamer. Auto guns. Cool, I guess. Alright, time to rank up. Choose a special ability. Enhance the archetype's heroic acts and desperate measures. Target finest hour gains more bonuses during this extra turn. The target deals deals plus damage. Yeah, plus what damage? This is weird. Okay. All negative bonuses are immediately removed from the target. Until the end of the officer's next turn, the target cannot die. Its wounds cannot be reduced below 0. You get temporary wounds, or during their extra turn, any kill made by the target restores 1 AP and 1 MP. Target can redirect the ability with their remaining AP and MP to another target. This is cool. This is cool. I think I'm gonna do that for the visualization of marionetting my people. During breach also grants a plus 10 movement points until the end of the turn. It's not bad. Till the end of combat, the warrior gains plus 4 MP for each kill and may use their MP after attacking or using abilities. For 1 round, the warrior becomes the priority target for every enemy hit by their melee attacks. Also, the warrior gains plus 20 parry and plus 2 deflection till the end of combat. This turn, melee attacks deal an additional strength bonus divided by 2 damage. That one is unexciting. These two are, like, insane. Heyo, welcome in, Paper. It's good to see you. How you doing today? We're just playing a little bit of Rogue Trader here, doing some upgrades for my characters who have just leveled up. I think I'm gonna do this one. Alright, choose an ability. Until the operative's next turn, the target cannot move, and the target's MP are reduced by -3. Dismantling attack also cripples the enemy, reducing their weapon skill and ballistic skill by 30 until the end of combat. Heck. Also intimidates all enemies in a 5-cell radius around the target, reducing their dodge and armor bonus by -15 until the end of combat. Target also provokes top acts of opportunity whenever it attacks. These two are looking sharp. This one seems neat, but not right now. I'm gonna go with that, because the attacks of opportunity is not gonna be that helpful right now. I don't have that many melee people at the moment. I know that I can get more melee people, but I don't have them right now. Taking a look at what we got. Having the extra tech use might be nice. I don't actually know if I'm keeping you forever, Adira. I like you. You were probably one of the few heretics I should probably keep with me, but you do literally the same thing as me, and that's like a problem. I think I'm gonna do tech use. There we go. Oh, I see. Alright, next special ability. Until the end of the soldier's next turn, gain plus 4 MP, and their attacks do not spend MP. Well, damn. Until the end of combat, the soldier's rate of fire is increased by plus 30%. Until the end of combat, all the soldier's attacks are 20% harder to dodge. Until the end of combat, the soldier range attacks gain plus 10% armor penetration. To the end of the soldier's turn, each of their area attacks deals additional damage equal to the number of attacked targets. I don't hate this, but this is not as on as I want it to be. I think I'm gonna go with the first one. Alright, and yours is again the finest hour thing. I think I'm just gonna go the opposite way I did, unless that's the same one. I have the memory of a fish. Alright, and then we choose another operative thing for him. You're gonna get the dismantling attack, because that's funny. And you are locked out of taking tech use, I see. Interesting. Alright, and that's all my level ups. Time to continue the look around. Hello? Hello. Got my goods. Got my services. And I'm happy as a clam.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
I gotta go look for what's going on with that battery, because I know that there's a way to deal with it, but I don't have the full answers yet. Alright. There you go. And... Helm of Determination. A new bolter. Holy shit. Is it better than the one you have already? I need to know, Yadira, or Argenta, is your...
I woke up with a feeling of wonder, as if a field of flowers was blossoming nearby. A child was saved from death. 1,000 heretics were burning alive, begging and sobbing and howling.
Jesus. Abelard, come back! Oh, this just interconnects back to where it was. Okay. The anti-aircraft battery's control panel has a panoply of mysterious levers and buttons. Deactivating it quickly is not an option. All you can do is blow it up, destroying it completely. Examine the anti-aircraft battery. The anti-aircraft battery certainly was constructed a long time ago, long before the colonization of this world began. It comes as no surprise that the insurgents were barely able to operate it. Modern arms protocols are incomprehensible to the machine spirits of such an ancient construction. Destroy the anti-aircraft battery. The blast consumes the ancient weapon. The skies above the city is safe for flying again. Item lost, melt the charge. Dialogue ended.
Intriguing.
I'm just gonna collect everyone's shit. Add it to the pile. Continue adding it to the pile.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
Over there.
Can I fall back now?
There we go. Shut off the steam. Alright. Where are you going? Where are you going, me? What are you doing? What's your plan here? Floating up the ladder like that? What's your plan? Come over here. Get back here.
Let's seize
Get
the opportunity.
Get back here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Jesus.
The machine god grants the insight.
The world will
I think
bow.
before we go any further, I ought to see if I can head home. Let's go up here. Oh, there's a lot of traps around here. Okay. So, with all these traps about, I should probably do something about that, yeah. Because where I need to go is here.
I tread a path unexplored.
The Emperor favors me today.
Good work.
Intriguing.
Fear not, I shall return for the rest of the loot. Temple door does not budge. It may be blocked by rubble on the other side. Am I in the right place? Apparently not.
Embrace true power. The world
Take me to
trembles
port.
beneath my feet.
I'm working like a port. Alright. We press any key to continue.
Let's seize the opportunity.
Every one of the dead had their eyes ruthlessly burned. Checks out. Awful, but checks out.
I tread a path unexplored.
Oh, I have been here before. Why did I need to come here? Oh, I know why.
The world will bow. Powers unseen uncover my path.
This game is so good, by the way. I have no doubt. I am a big fan of Alcat Games. They have I'm a big fan of Alcat Games. I played through most of the Pathfinder games that they've released. I actually kickstarted the Wrath of the Righteous. And when they announced Rogue Trader, I think I got my I think I got my pre-order set up within days because I have absolute trust in this company to deliver good product, and they are super nice. Love them. I recently did a God, what was it? Not recently, but the game is based off of the old Fantasy Flight Warhammer 40k role playing game, specifically Rogue Trader. And those are a big part of me growing up. So I am quite fond of them, and seeing that put into a game is very thrilling for me. And I was like, I will absolutely return to that. I will absolutely get this. I will absolutely buy this and return to this. Because I trust you implicitly. Take my money. They have, because they work on CRPGs, a lot of their games have some glitch problems. I have heard that there are some nastier glitches later in the game, but also Baldur's Gate 3 is a game that has been in early access for that was in early access for 3 years, and on release still had noticeable bugs. These games are just genuinely very hard to program because there's so much you can do in them. So I haven't found anything that's game breaking, which is nice. Illith, you are torn on what to do for your second army. Well, I know that you have Custodes. That is all I know. Torn between Black Templars and Tyranids. I guess what drives you about both? The pilot, dressed in a crumpled uniform adorned with the Von Valancius coat of arms, still looks quite pale. Her white hands bear red marks left by the wheel. The scream of terror she let out and the missile flew right past your shuttle is etched in your memory. Her voice quivers slightly, but even her fear cannot stop her from using typical Voidsman jargon. I love the colors in the Zeal Black Templar, but I also like the fun Tyranid look. Tyranids look like to paint. So here is what I will say: if you play any Space Marine faction, you will certainly have less models to paint. You will certainly have less models to paint than if you play Tyranids, because you're gonna have a lot of models. Unless you go Crusher Stampede, which is gonna be mostly just large guys. So if you are fine with more spending more time to paint an army, I say don't. I say that if you get passionate about something with Tyranids, just like jump on it. Um, if you are concerned about the number of models you will have to paint, I recommend that you probably go Black Templar instead. They are a bit hoardier for a 40k army, or specific not for a 40k army, for a Space Marine army on account of like their Crusader squads and everything. But you will probably have less models on average than you will for say like Tyranids, if you're gonna like run all of Tyranids and not just go like heavy on monsters. Still need to paint my Sisters of Silence, all 10 of them. In fairness, anything related to like Talons of the Emperor, as is the classic term, is gonna be just generally easier to paint because they're like monocolored metals. Or I could just say fuck it and get a single knight. Is definitely an option. I played knights for a brief amount of time because I was like, so like my specialty in 40k lore is like obscure ass lore, like Minor Xenos, I got you. Background organizations from like 10 years ago, I got you. Imperial Knights was a background organization from 10 years ago until they finally gave them like army rules and everything, and their models are sick as fuck. I love them. I used to I briefly played Knights when I came back to 40k, but it's just not as good for a casual group, so I just kind of stopped. But like the Knight models are great. It really depends on what you want for them and what you plan on like fielding with them. I've seen some pretty cool conversions for, say, is your only army Custodes, or is it Sisters and then you just have like a contingent of Custodes? Because I know you're a Sisters guy, but I didn't know if you had any Sisters. Your name, pilot? Sorry. That was some flight, your ladyship. If we'd been a little less lucky, we'd be checking in at the port in the sky right now. Your name, pilot? My bad there, ladyship. Senior pilot Nimbus. Appointed by the senior deck officer to serve on your personal shuttle. Get me back to my ship. I'm awfully sorry, your ladyship, but I can't. The Emperor saved us once, but if they shoot at us again, we'll be blown to smithereens. If I get your ladyship killed in such a daft fashion, St. Drusus will make me polish white hot on wing flaps with my tongue after I kick the bucket. Lord Captain, the pilot is right. We cannot put our lives in risk. We will have to wait until the Governor forces deal with this menace, or until the rebels run out of shells. Balls. Fine. I guess I'm not going back to the ship.
What advice do you seek? This wound will make a fine scar.
I owe you one.
Let me help.
Just in time.
This wound will make a fine scar.
I owe you one.
Join me in prayer.
God damn it. I'm just so tired of being injured.
Ministration is a holy task. The pain will subside.
I'm grateful.
Let me tend to your wounds.
Integrity factor increased.
Be strong. Greater trials lie ahead.
My frail organics required it.
But yeah, were you I can give night recommendations based off of armies. Generally, I think if you're running Sisters or Custodes, I think that the Cerastus Knight Lancer is a really good match for that army. Uh, just kind of like the vibe is really good, and like I've seen some pretty cool things you can do with that shield. It starts off like clear, like it is an energy shield, so there is nothing inside of it. But I've seen people who have done like resin casts for like stained glass windows and stuff, which looks super cool. God, makes me want to make a Sister's Knight for my little brother. Alright, I'm just gonna go over here. Ooh, Delali, I'm kind of tired. Not too tired, though. I'm just like, I have the entire day off. Oh, how terrible for me. And I'm just like, but I could use that time to sleep.
Let's seize the opportunity.
I'm deeply responsible. I don't really want to, though. Alright. I'm gonna try to go back to the governor's manor. Because I think I need to talk to him before I can leave the planet. Because I, should probably report to him that the goddamn battery is gone.
Intriguing.
I'm here to visit the Governator. Alright, Governor Medina. The anti-aircraft battery that was giving you so much trouble has been destroyed! That's excellent news. Thank you for your assistance. The weapon the insurgents were using to shoot down the shuttles over the city has been destroyed. Now nothing is preventing you from returning to your ship. If you wish to find Master Van and Calyx, You should go to the cenobium of the Adeptus Mechanicus. On behalf of the priesthood of Mars, I, Magos Hanneman, am officially initiating my participation in this operation. I must inspect the state of the relic and assure myself that it is under zero risk of falling into heretic hands. According to the Catechism of Maintenance and Operation, my tech comrades were supposed to lock the monastery gates against lay people and activate the traps. It deemed it optimal that an ordained magos should provide his assistance. I categorically object! The governor clenches his fist. As much as I respect the sanctity of your monastery, I have on my hands a whole capital that needs to be attended by the Omnissiah's servants. We have lost many eminent tech priests. Incidentally, one of them perished in that same monastery. Mechanical failures could occur at any moment. Putting it bluntly, you may consider yourself forcibly recruited into the city's defense forces. Medina and Pascal glare at each other, their unyielding gazes like crossed swords. This Magos is part of my retinue. You have no right to give him orders. You mistake me for a fool. I know that he arrived separately from you, and I would bet my life that no. The governor Medina's voice dies down in the low growl of a drilling mechadendrite. Its tip is directed straight at the bridge of his nose. Medina clears his throat and grumbles stubbornly. So this is the negotiation technique you have resorted to? Do you think that this is the first time that I have been threatened with a weapon? No, but this could be your last. Pascal's voice is akin to the sound produced by his drilling implement. Steady and calm, but ready to explode at a moment's notice with the crunching of bones and the squelching of tearing flesh. I am headed to the monastery, because I must. Is that clear? The governor mutters through gritted teeth. Abundantly so, Magos. Been lurking, but might need to lay down. Good luck. Have fun, Elith. No problem, Stallion. Thank you for watching as long as you have. Hope you have a good rest. It would be my pleasure to assist the Omnissiah's servant in reaching the sanctum. Thank you for your cooperation, your ladyship. The drill stops. As compensation for your consideration of my request, I, Magos Hanneman, officially undertake to accompanying you in the Rykad system in the role of bodyguard and to protect you at all costs until your life functions cease. But only within the limits of the Rykad system. You're Hanneman? Glad you're alive. The governor raises an eyebrow and stares at the tech priest in surprise, but refrains from further commentary. What perplexed you about my companion's name? The governor looks at Pascal with curiosity. According to the reports received, Logis Abel Hanneman set off for the hallowed electrodynamic cenobium a short while before it was stormed. I'm glad to find out that you're safe. Perhaps you possess information on Master Van Calix. Pascal's voice rasps in confusion. My name is Pascal Hanneman, not Abel. I know nothing about such a person. What do you know about this Abel, Governor? I've never met him in person. The esteemed Logis supervised the work of Rykad Minoric's Lex Mechanics for many years. However, he rarely left his cyber chapel, and I never had the honor of making his acquaintance. A true anchorite. I see. Governor Medina, I intend to gather further information on the person calling himself Abel Hanneman. I do not exclude the possibility of it being an alias of my mentor Archmagos Amarnat. I would have suggested that you inspect the steamed Logis' sanctum, but it was destroyed by the rebels. We recovered several data crypts and connected them to the cogitators at the command post. They might provide you with some information. That is all I wish to discuss.
I tread a path unexplored.
To Void Ship. Take me home. Finally, I can return to the Void Ship. Permission to report, Lord Captain. Over the past few days, I received several messages from several decks complaining about anomalous behaviors in the ship's cogitators and servitors. The machine spirits are restless and rebellious, and no tech litany or ritual of pacification can rid them of this obstinacy. The tech priests can deal with the vessel systems, but the servitors, they make errors in their tasks, disobey orders, change the assigned rituals, or sometimes downright freeze as if in a trance. Lord Captain, occurrences such as these are caused by errors in cogitator calculations, or have some other sensible explanation. I beseech you not to take after those who whisper about the ship being cursed or possessed. Adira joins the channel and chimes in playfully. Oh, don't start, old man. All these peculiar happenings have long since turned into local legends. A door slams shut. A lumen starts flickering. Folk have grown used to all that, so our resident ghost has decided to up the ante. I'm telling you, things are only going to get worse from here. The technomats inspected the servitors and concluded they pose no danger. According to the servants of the Omnissiah, such behavior is caused either by echoes of minds not completely eliminated or by manifestations of the machine spirit's will. Nevertheless, the faulty servitors make the crew's task considerably more difficult, and High Factotum Janrus Danruk would like to discuss how we should deal with the defective property. He awaits your audience on the bridge. Back to the bridge again. Oh. Alright, I want to take a look at some of the stuff around here. Namely, I want to try to find... I'm gonna go talk to the helmsman first. The tall man before you appears to be woven from tendons and muscle. Blue veins snake under his white, almost dove-colored skin, and his scalp and chin are covered in cropped white hair. His neck and shoulders are wrapped in wires that hint at the presence of neural connectors under his uniform. The officer's face seems to be twisted in a perpetual grimace of annoyance and anger, but he greets you with a respectful nod. Lord Captain, Master Helmsman Raver at your service. Lord Captain? Probably not who I want to talk to. What are you playing at, you soulless beast? Oh, I was talking to the servitor. You are on notice. A factotum, generous Danrock. The corpulent man in lavish clothes. Bows before you, not without difficulty. A servo skull whirs over his shoulder, while the fingers of his augmented hand drum against the sheets of paper he is holding, and he regards you with attentive interest, through the lens of his magnifying implant. Greetings, your ladyship, generous Danrock, at your service. My retinue and I are in need of training. I will show you our sparring chambers at once. I think I'm gonna wait this out. Want to know about the people who buy our plunder? Of course, Lord Captain. Who interests you? I suggest we change subjects. Victus informed me about a problem with the servitors. What happened? You see, your ladyship, the ship servitors have been malfunctioning of late. They violate protocols, interrupt their tasks, observe crew members for long periods of time, and move erratically with no meaning or purpose. Generous Anrock nervously pulls on his luxurious frock coat as if it were uncomfortably tight. Had it been a routine technical fault, I would have decided the fate of these servitors myself, but I deemed it necessary to notify you. I do not wish to hide such irregularities from the Lord Captain. If you wish to observe the servitors' unusual behavior before you decide their fate, this can be arranged. The majority of the defective units have been delivered to one of the storage compartments pending your decision. Pascal Hanneman expressed the desire to be present during the inspection should it be carried out. I suppose the expertise of the esteemed Magos may come in handy. Fuck it, let's take a look at these servitors before deciding their fate. As you wish, your ladyship. Would you like the Engineer Prime to accompany you? No, his participation will not be necessary. As your ladyship commands. When her ladyship arrived in the scene, she found the servitors in the same position that they assumed after they had been corralled into the bay, all standing in a long spiraling line and facing the center of their strange formation. The moment her ladyship crossed the threshold of the bay gate, their bodies jerked into motion, all as one, as if obeying a command. The servitors turned to face the Lord Captain. The technomats tasked with overseeing the defective units were even reached for their weapons, but then the servitors went still, just as abruptly, staring at her ladyship with vacant eyes. All present held their breath, disturbed by this sight. We waited for the Lord Captain to speak. Her ladyship, Illith von Valancius, proceeded with a thorough inspection of the servitors. As the Lord Captain walked between the servitors and looked at them closely, her ladyship could see their eyelids fluttering, their chests heaving with restless breaths, and their sewn lips trembling as they strained to produce any sound at all. The examination confirmed the Technomat's initial hypothesis. The servitors' souls, or rather the souls of the people they once were, had awakened. Not yet fully conscious of their past and present, these half-machines could nonetheless feel primitive emotions and sensations such as fear and pain. This undesirable consequence of shoddily performed lobotomy is most rarely observed, and yet for some unknown reason it had occurred in every single one of the servitors gathered in the bay. All present held their breaths, disturbed by this sight. We waited for the Lord Captain to speak. Her ladyship, Illith von Valancius, ordered that one of the servitors be disassembled and its components investigated. A group of Technomats hurried to act upon the Lord Captain's command. Servitors' mechanical parts separated with clicks, snaps, and hisses. The sutures between its wrinkled pale flesh and its augments were laid disgustingly bare. We watched the Technomats do their work and could see every centimeter of the servitor's stiff muscles abounding with valves and cavities pierced by countless cords and tubes. The disassembly and analysis complete, the Technomats concurred. The unit was in working order. Nothing in the dissected body that lay before us could provide any insight into the reason behind the defects. I should make a note of one more thing. At that moment, all of us present discovered that not just the eyes, but the hands and head of some of the servitors were now shaking too. It was as if the mechanized servants were overcome with some primordial terror. All present held their breath. Disturbed by this sight, we waited for the Lord Captain to speak. Her ladyship, Illith von Valancius, turned to me and announced her decision. Her ladyship looked at me with unwavering resolve, and it was that confidence that wrenched me out of the nightmarish stupor that had me tensely observing the scene unfolding before me. The Lord Captain gave the order to dispose of the servitors so that their human souls may be released from torment, to send the servitors back to toil as they had before, for they had not yet paid their dues for the crimes of their past lives and thus did not deserve clemency, to leave the servitors to their work, for there was nothing in their behavior that the Lord Captain found alarming. On the Lord Captain's orders, the servitors were returned to the same decks where they had worked before. The crew was initially unnerved by their presence, but adapted to their quirks soon enough. Especially since, following the incident in question, there was a noticeable reduction in the servitors' strange behavior. With the fate of the defective servitors decided, nothing could now distract the Lord Captain from her mission. Welp. How horrifying. How very unsavory and deeply horrifying. Please continue. Alright. I'm gonna speed run putting myself okay. Damn, how do I change my portrait? It's like the one thing I want to learn. Ah, well, looks like we aren't changing the portrait. Sad day. Okay. Oh, it really did just reset. Okay, cool. Neat. Fuck. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, can I just load back to... Yeah! Let's do that. Because I'm quite fine with my build, I just wanted to change my portrait.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
Oh my god! Thank you, Tis Venlo! I already did this. There's some hauntings. Cool. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. I hope you enjoy your time here in your follower emotes. Hello, how much for a corpse? It depends on, how much you got. What are you looking for quality? Because I can supply. I just need you to know. I just need to know what you want. Two profit factors, a half-eaten hot dog. I can get you, well, for that price, I could probably get you, like, a tongue. Does that work for you? Tongue, maybe like the shavings of a fingernail. Possibly a hair. Because we only deal in the highest quality of corpse here. If that ain't gonna be enough for your starch rations, I don't know if there's much I can do to help. Yeah, we're eating good tonight! As long as you're happy about it. Quick thing, just as going through. I just did this event, but I thought that respecking myself would give me access to changing my profile pic. Does not. So I'm just gonna speed through this event that I definitely already did. Where is he? But how you doing today, Tis Venlo? Also, how would you like me to refer to you? She looks fantastic. Now, in fairness, I have a little art piece of my PNG model that I was just going to replace it for, because it isn't like a perfect match at all. Oh, she looks fanatic. Ah, fanatic. I see. There's a word for it. Yeah, I was gonna change the art to be my VTuber model because the apple does not fall far from the tree, but I could not find a way to change my artwork in game, so it shall remain with the fanatic image from the game. She is a psyker. Also, I'm going heretic route, which is very funny considering the very fanatic imagery. Oh, you can do that? Yeah, you can do custom images in this game. All Owlcat games give you options for custom images. It's super cool. I even, like, cut the image so that it could properly fit for it. I have been informed you have issues. Blah, blah, blah. Wish to take a look. No, his participation will not be necessary. Tech use. Took several steps towards the servitors. Immediately, the servitors, each and every one of them, stepped towards the captain in unison. They mimicked her movements with frightening precision. The rogue trader halted in place, and after a moment's thought, waved her hand, and the servitors just as synchronously repeated the gestures as well. When the Lord Captain turned quizzically to the technomat, so did the servitors, and as if mocking her. Also, you can call me Venlo, whatever you want, really. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, that. I'm gonna try that when I play with my friends. Yeah, that should be. That should be fairly exciting. I haven't experienced co-op yet, but I have heard that it is strange. We shall see. Though I'm gonna see if someone might be interested in doing co-op with me at some point. But we shall see. I am interested in the prospect of it because Owlcat does great games, and I'm always real excited about them moving into co-op, kind of like Larian does, because I think they've got the quality for it, so it's real cool. I need to start adding commas. You're pretty clear as far as I can tell, unless I read it wrong. Either the captain did it, be it an incline of the head, a wave of a hand, or a step to the side, the defective units repeated it without a moment's delay or hesitation, like grotesque marionettes controlled by an unseen puppeteer. We observed this mime unfold in distressed bafflement for nearly a minute until the servitors finally came to a stop. Not sensing any threat from the rogue trader approached with confidence. The Lord Captain examined the servitors. As High Factotum, it was I who had prompted the entire inspection, and thus it was my duty to follow the Lord Captain. As we stepped closer, we noticed a fascinating irregularity. The servitors' pupils, normally still, were shaking wildly. Their bulging veins were pulsating under their copper collars, inscribed with their past offenses. It was as if those mindless half-machines were locked in a perpetual state of extreme tension. A visibly shaken technomat behind us proposed that the human souls had awakened within the servitors' bodies after a long slumber within their lobotomized brains. Formerly bereft of intelligence, they had attained awareness, feeling, and understanding. After a pause, the technomat added that the servitors used to function properly, and that no one had been able to explain the change in their behavior. Her gaze still trained on the motionless but animate half-machines and half-people. The Lord Captain suddenly drew an iridescent blade, one I had seen before, and as if following some unheard command, plunged it into the nearest servitor. The moment the blade sliced open the pale flesh, a wild howl washed over the cargo bay. We heard the screeching and crackling of servo motors. As if having regained the ability to feel pain, the wounded servitors struggled to open its sewn mouth, but all it could muster was a stifled moan of horror. The Lord Captain's victim fell to the metal deck, and all the other servitors came crashing down with it. We all felt the grip of an otherworldly, bone-chilling cold. As I met the technomat's fearful gazes, I realized that none of those present had any explanation for what had just transpired. The Engineer Prime proceeded to the center of the spiral of the servitors' bodies, stood over them grimly, studying their lifeless faces, and spoke thus. This tech phenomenon warranted comprehensive study. Further investigation has been rendered impossible. Perhaps it was a trick of my imagination, but I thought I caught a semblance of sorrow in his gaze in that moment. The Lord Captain, seemingly not attaching any importance to the situation, sheathed the blade and left the cargo bay without a word. Would like to replace the painting of the late Theodora in my chambers. Hang my portrait instead. Bows obsequiously. It will be done, your ladyship. There we go. Enough questions for now. I shall return later. I await your instructions, Lord Captain. Alrighty. I think it's time for me to try to go back, because I have rested, and I'm ready to launch back in. Take me there, Papa. Oh, that easy, huh? Yeah, they're required. Of course I'm taking them, though. Electrodynamic Cenobium. Hydrodynamically designed! We'll cover the landing area, your ladyship. Glory to the Von Valancius dynasty!
The world will bow.
Alright, what do we got here? How technological, how advanced. The binary key awakens the gate's latching mechanism.
Embrace true power.
I kinda wished everything had voice. Me too, but also I'm a little bit torn about the idea because I like voice acting the game. So like this is fun for me. I don't like reading a whole novel. Yeah, I can get that. In private play, it definitely feels a whole lot different, but like playing on stream, I'm a little okay with it. But only like a little. Press any key to continue. I guess, yeah. In fairness, this game is way, way too slow to play on stream. So I think in the future I will probably just kind of like, when I'm feeling it, I'll stream it, and then I'll probably just play this run mostly on my own. Which I think will be a lot easier for me to manage.
Let's seize the opportunity.
on the maladies of the machine spirit and the ways of diagnostic divination.
My warp sight reveals something.
Very neat.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
Oh my god! The mummified tech priest rests on the table, enveloped in wires. Well, he's certainly fucking dead, right? I'm gonna go to sleep. It's 3 a.m. That's understandable. That's so late. Thank you for stopping by, though. It was lovely to meet you. But yeah, it was lovely to meet you. Thank you for stopping by. I hope I can see you again sometime. Have a good rest. You shall be purified by the motive force, blasphemer!
Your struggles are in vain.
Oh, we're ambushed.
If I may,
Lidless stare. Yeah, that is where we shall stay.
Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it. Eradicated.
Nice.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay. Land there. Oh, that's super cool.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
At your beck and call. Indeed. It will be done.
Okay, this is gonna get a little dicey. So...
Anything else? On it.
very close. Just not enough.
One step closer. Purpose guides me.
Victory is gray hair, sure hand. At your beck and call.
Alright, I think that's it from me.
High momentum.
I'll show you why nothing
Give 'em hell.
is feared.
It will be done. I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
The spiritual prognosis is favorable. My vow is to serve.
Damn.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Request approved.
Oh, hell, that's what that's doing. Oh, that's bad.
Be gone.
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor
Let's do this,
commands,
then.
I act.
Really? God damn it. Argenta. Okay. It's time. It's time. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Fucking kill him. Oh! Beautiful. I love it.
At your beck and call. Indeed. I took care of this
High
one.
momentum.
I don't think you're gonna need it much anymore, but nicely done. Those priests didn't stand a fucking chance.
Intriguing.
Okay. There's a lot of shit going on in here. Data altar of sacred analysis. The cogitator's green screen lights up as you approach it, and displays the flashing message. Pilgrim, only the words of the first galvanic hymn will reveal to you the gifts hidden behind the veil of knowledge. Now chant with me. Let us sing this canticle to... The device's keyboard lights up, clearly expecting you to answer the rest of the verse. Pascal, kindly remind me how the hymn goes. Pascal's fox lets out a noisy groan as if he is clearing his throat, but then stops abruptly. After a brief pause, he averts his gaze and says in a rasping voice, "It is not known to me. Only high-ranking servants at shrines of energetic prosperity are permitted to perform the first galvanic hymn." Emperor, help us all. The esteemed Magos has been caught out not knowing a prayer, and now he's floundering like a cadet in an exam. I never thought I'd see the day. The motive force that floweth through veins of copper. Verse 2 calls to you, pilgrim. Let us fill our souls with gratitude towards the twin poles of opposite signs that herald the motion of the current, the splendid resistors that conceal with them the rite of transfiguration, the watchful breakers that protect us from the sacrilege of the short circuit, the hallowed contacts whose touch conducteth the current. Oh, it's the tech temple. Yeah, we're here. The arcane key that closeth the circuit. Twin poles of opposite signs that herald the motion of the current. Now finish this prayer, pilgrim. May the unity of the sacred charges power the memory of ages that is preserved most zealously, the faultless soul that the current washeth over, the mortal body and the mechanism thereof, the immortal reason that hath created the spark, the blessed faith that bringeth light. Only one who has learned the path of our cenobium is worthy of its gifts. Walk the path of the enlightened, absorb their age-old wisdom, and sing with me again. The dark screen goes dark in disappointment. Balls. I wonder if there's a hint somewhere.
The world will bow.
Yeah, we entered the tech temple. Also, like, low-key, one of my favorite things about the AdMech as, like, a faction in 40k is their Electro-Piece models. So this is cool as fuck to me. You note the wire junctions are often marked with the symbol of a key that appears to connect two lines. A mercifully quick electric shock was not what killed this cultist. His face is contorted in pain as if he was tortured. Ooh. Open door.
I'm not satisfied with that answer. I will repeat my question again. The last electro priest you killed, where did you find him? Burn in the fire of dawn, servant of the god! And another one meets the limit of his utility. The last of them.
The tall, dark-haired man sizes you up with a quick glance. A supernatural chill is making the air around him crackle softly. The expensive fabric on his jacket is stitched with gold thread and marked by several reddish-brown stains. A force sword and a vox hang from his belt, and the emblem of the Holy Inquisition glitters on his chest. Interrogator Van and Calyx, I presume.
Yes. Since you know who I am, and are in no hurry to kill me, I infer that you serve the Emperor, not his enemies. Allow me to introduce myself. Interrogator Heinrich van Kalox of the Imperial Inquisition's esteemed Ordo Xenos. With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Shadow. A great, big, sun-eclipsing, chain-weaving shadow. I can see the threads, myriads of them extending toward us all, and all of them creeping off toward him like snakes, shrouding us in poison. My, oh my, do I sense trouble, and it's right in my throat. It itches.
Heck! A puff of black smoke comes out of the Psyker's mouth and dissipates at once.
A psyker? Interesting. And a diviner at that. Even more interesting. Are you sanctioned?
Don't you Inquisition me! I'm under the Rogue Trader's protection!
Yadira is a
Your
member of...
retinue, you say? Then let's go back to my previous question. With whom do I have the honor of speaking? Von Valancius. To the best of my knowledge, that dynasty is headed by the esteemed Theodora von Valancius. Has there been a change of circumstances?
Yes, as it turns out, there has been. I see no end of pleasure in your job. I've barely introduced myself and I'm already being grilled.
I do admit courteous small talk is not my strong suit. What brings you to the sanctum of the Omnissiah?
I am here to collect you. I am under orders from the Lord Inquisitor to offer any assistance you may require, after which I am to provide you safe passage to footfall aboard my ship.
Then the timing of our meeting is fortuitous. I am requisitioning you and your retinue for my task.
Requisitioning? Young man, your choice of words is unseemly to the point of insult. You're addressing a rogue trader.
Jeez.
I don't imagine you'll be any happier if I say taking into inquisitorial custody.
Yeah.
To aid his faithful servant in the fight against corruption is the solemn duty of all whose actions affect millions of the Imperium subjects. Let your example guide those who will carry the Emperor's light across 1,000 stars.
You are familiar with the works of Inquisitor Alistar the Redeemer.
Did he just say...
Not every acolyte can say the same, let alone people less initiated. Please forgive my lapse in manners, Lady Navigator Orselio. It is a great honor.
Did he just say rogue trader? Oh my god. I'm being called out. He did say rogue trader. It's like it's me the whole time.
I came to Rykad Minoris on a mission, which a rebellion prevented me from fulfilling. The governor is convinced
Roll credits.
malcontents from among the rabble were the instigators, but I immediately suspected a more sinister presence at the root of the mutiny. My visit to the monastery and a few unhurried conversations with some of the rebels confirmed my suspicions. Someone by the name of Aurora is leading the rebellion. Data indicates that the head of the cultists is here right now, in the sanctum of the ancient reactor. Given the prophecy of the Final Dawn, and the special efforts made by the enemies of humanity to seize the monastery, their goal is to gain access to the holy power source's control circuit and trigger a process that, once started, cannot be stopped. In other words, to detonate the reactor, thus being themselves the cause of their much-touted Final Dawn.
I see. The more you know.
Blasphemous insanity.
The tech priest's visor flashes and turns a bloody scarlet. A soft hum of some activated systems is heard under his robe. As Heinrich von Uncalix speaks, you suddenly notice the way he is looking at you, with his eyes slightly narrowed as if he is peering into your soul, a soul that is touched by the gift of sorcery. The change in your expression does not escape the interrogator's notice, and you see the corner of his mouth twitch. He must have instantly recognized a fellow psyker. Point to the corpse. What did you do to him?
I convinced him to cooperate. I can influence living bodies, and I find that the interrogated are much more eager to share information once the blood starts to boil in their veins.
Well, hell, you really are cut out to be one of his chosen, aren't you? I can help you with Aurora. Let's join forces.
Regrettably, the governor's people showed themselves to be unprepared for the perils of this place. And extracting blade shards from a person's stomach is beyond my powers. I hope that a rogue trader's retinue will prove more capable than a group of soldiers fresh off the base. I am positive that not all of the electro-priests within these walls have perished. The heretics spoke of shadows emerging from side alleys to make short work of the cultists invading their abode. I surmise that the entrance to their hiding place is somewhere in the hall, near a machine known as the Circular Cogitator. I imagine it's one of the local sacred relics which the electro-priests treat with special piety.
Very perhaps. Also, who gets the axe right now? Cassie is nice. I kind of want to keep her. Yadira, I think it's you. Gleam of the final dawn. Oh hell, I have a lot I have to do for you. Okay, let's go. What do you have right now? Defensive maneuvers. Psalm of Heroes is cool as fuck, what the hell? All of the Psyker's attacks, including damaging psychic powers, now poison enemies. This poison deals 3+3 times Psi rating damage every turn. Sanguine Siphon. Every time the Psyker deals damage, they gain a +1 stack of Sanguine Siphon in effect. If the target if that damage was dealt to a target adjacent to the Psyker, they gain +2 stacks instead. When the Psyker suffers lethal damage, the stacks of Sanguine Siphon are removed to reduce this damage by 1. Also, I forgot to mention, but welcome in, Sacksmith. It's good to see you. I'm a little scatterbrained today, but I'm happy to have you on board. Confer immunity. Whenever the Psyker is healed or heals any allies, if the characters are being healed, is already at full wounds, that character instead gains temporary wounds equal to the healing. It's cool, I guess. Whenever the Psyker heals themselves or another character with a psychic power. I've just been lurking today and can't stay long, but good to see you. Good to see you too, and no problem. I understand. It's a weird time for me to stream, if I'm being honest, but I'm glad people are showing up anyway. But I hope that your day is fantastic and that you get a lot of stuff done. I think I like Edge of Dawn for you. I do like Eternal Glory. Thank you so much, no problem. Hymn of Hatred, critical hits scored by anyone within the Psyker's line of sight increase the Psyker's critical damage. Yeah, I'm going Edge of Dawn. And then we're gonna have a lot of these, so we'll start with weapon skill. Oh. Till the start of the next turn, all allies affected by Word of the Emperor increase their deflection by... It's cool, I guess. Invigorate. Gains +5 and ignores the target's parry. Every enemy who survived an attack enhanced this way. Taunting screams at their enemy to draw their attack engine and becomes a priority target of any enemy who fails a willpower resistance test. You as well? Oh, thank you. I'm gonna go with Reckless Strike, and then... we'll do that for now. Next, we pick another characteristic. I'm gonna go Toughness. And then a basic talent. The Blade of Light. Carouse, and then I've got some choices to make here. Whenever an enemy attacks the warrior, the next melee gets an additional 3. Let's go with Contempt, yeah. And then I'm going to give you the same one I did for Abelard. There we go. We're double abbing.
I tread a path unexplored. The absurdity of your struggle amuses me.
Your Emperor won't save you!
Follow my lead. It will be done.
And then I'm gonna just shoot his ass.
I will do my duty.
Your end is near!
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Be careful not to cross my gaze. Me, if you insist, Lord Captain.
Boom, boom.
I need no guidance. I will triumph.
Alright. Christ!
Guided by faith.
Literally nothing. Oh my god.
Doubt is for the weak. Strike is
Okay, that works at least. Fucking hell. How embarrassing. Alright. Let's go Iron Arm.
I'll put my psychic abilities to use. Let's see to it.
Well, I ordered Vaporation that out to fuck. Okay, well, shit happens.
Explorers know one route. Forward.
Oh, that was super nice.
Running binary code. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Time-tested tactics are the best ones. Victory is imminent. One fewer target.
We
We'll
ready to
rule
go
the
again?
stars themselves. A tactically sound approach.
Give him hell, Abelard!
Reduce the dust.
Oh, I love that. God, I love you.
It will be done.
If only that were possible. I have read tomes of military tactics.
Did you just fucking die? Girl. What the hell are you doing?
One step closer. Death shall reign. Purpose guides me.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
Okay, let's try this. And now I will shoot you. Damn.
It's nothing.
Just a minor setback. Not dead yet.
God damn it.
Formation broken.
I won't waste my time on that.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. Faith without deed, none can escape the Emperor's judgment. not the Emperor's will. I will endure.
Sow the seeds of discord.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Rejoice in battle!
Okay. Now we can get to shooting.
Doubt is for the weak. Each strike is a prayer.
And it's done.
Don't you need a breathing, navigator?
The world trembles beneath my feet.
Okay, this sucks so much.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Let's do the machine right kit.
Was a shameful failure.
Sins hidden in the heart turn all to decay.
My aspirations transcend humanity.
Okay. Well, this is a big suck. I don't know what I'm gonna do about
Experience.
this.
Nothing matters more.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
I'm at your service. Look no further.
We'll just collect those.
As it should be.
These dead heretics are suspiciously different from the other ones. The symbols on their clothes are wrong and shit. Interesting. Also just accumulating them sniper rifles.
Operation successful.
Okay. Bodies of the careless cultists have been thoroughly fried by an arc of the motive force.
Intriguing.
Just like everyone in my party was. A crowd of cultists has surrounded a tech priest crucified upon a mechanism. A rhythmic whisper repeated by 100 voices blends into some blasphemous enchantment. Powerful discharges of the motive force run through the machine, causing the unfortunate prisoner's body to convulse brutally and forcing woeful cries of pain from his lips. In the clenched cause of stagnation in the shackles of Iteration Zero under the Iron Wing. Let the cycle be discontinued. Pascal's mechandendrite springs into combat mode instantly, and a wrathful rattle comes from his vox. I am registering a severe violation of the Purity Protocol. The blessed Amernat has been captured by heretics and is being tortured. Then let's kill them! My analysis of the situation indicates the overwhelming numerical superiority of the enemy. In an open confrontation, the blessed Amernat may be randomly or deliberately harmed by fire. I have an alternative proposal to direct engagement. We can use the blasphemer's clothing as a disguise. Unrecognized, we can sabotage the power units, overload them, and thus cleansing the Hall of Heretics. The lightning discharges have charred the cultist corpses. Whiffs of smoke rise from their empty eye sockets, whose contents have evaporated. Their clothes, covered in the blood of innocents, are crudely painted over with symbols of the archenemy, which exude a repulsive air of soul decay. I shudder with disgust at the mere thought of having to touch clothing adorned with unholy symbols, let alone wear it. This is the first step towards falling a small compromise with evil that will lead to something greater. Is there truly no other way, rogue trader? The signs of the archenemy are not just painted symbols, but conductors of its will. The words of their prayers, even spoken without faith, their coats of arms, even deceitfully worn, all this increases the presence of the ruinous powers near you, and draws their corrupting attention to you. Cassius stares in horror at the corrupted clothes and the scattered human ashes. Do not make me. Are you suggesting we pass on the chance to kill them all with our own hands? Forget it, I'm not missing out on the fun. What is the essence of your plan? Altering the litany of actuation or the power units from the Luminodeacon's command throne will direct the motive force created by the blessed reactors into the hall. The distribution servitor is keeping its output within the set parameters, but upon receiving an order to increase it to peak values, it will turn this place into an electric trap. The safety system protecting the hall is controlled from the machine altar, which must be disabled. If all these operations are performed, I guarantee that not a single blasphemer will survive the Omnissiah's wrath that will be unleashed upon this place. I pray the Omnissiah gives the blessed Amernat enough fortitude. Pascal grimaces as a newfound wail of pain rends the air. The heretic's garb clings to your clothes like a greedy leech. Tingling and foul fever spread over your body, as though these tatters have imbibed the vile contents of their former wearers' souls.
Let's seize the opportunity. I see the forbidden.
A heavy crown of golden neural augmetics rests upon the servitor's head. The crown is bent and broken from ruthless gun butt blows. The pale body is covered in blasphemous inscriptions carved into the withered flesh. I identify this acolyte as a distribution servitor. I am registered upon its traces of sacrilegious violation of the right of operation. The probability of its responsiveness to commands is below average. Try to conduct the restart ceremony. For the glory of the Omnissiah, let this machine spirit sleep, that it may awaken and serve again. Pascal gently touches the servitor's crown, deactivating one of its segments. Let the outer neural connection circuit be plunged in darkness. Another touch, and several lights on the crown go out. Let the command response hub fall silent. Pascal switches the binaric to binaric speech, accompanying his every action with a line from a sacred hymn. It is amazing how the reverent awe in a tech priest's voice can be discerned even through his rattling vox. Suddenly, every light on the servitor's crown comes alive. A shower of sparks bursts from the augmetics on the servitor's brow, and several black ash tears run from its empty eye sockets. Ready to serve. Energize the hall's power units to the maximum. It will be done.
I tread a path unexplored.
The altar is adorned with gilded skulls. Threads of metal that used to be electus are fused onto bone. Once majestic, the altar has now been desecrated with blasphemous images of blue-green suns. Some of its levers and buttons have been pried from their sockets, but the mechanism still glorifies the Omnissiah with its operation. I identify this as the safety system control altar. For our diversion to succeed, the blessed machine must be executed, and may its spirit forgive us. Pascal offers a short binary prayer, then enters command and after command to set up a trap for the machine spirit inhabiting the altar. The code born out of the tech priest tinkering causes the spirit to flutter confusedly in a snare of impossible commands. Heat up the altar's circuit boards, and perish forever in the showers of sparks that burst forth from the melting wires. Game 5 experience. May we be granted the Omnissiah's forgiveness for this act. I am registering a general shutdown of the security system. I need to double check, because there are some... Okay. Cultist Gunner, a grim-looking heretic, walks up to you resolutely, blocking your path. As he studies your disguise with suspicion, you note that his left eye has 2 conjoined irises, while his right eye has 4. I don't know you. Who are you? Oh, I haven't met you before. Perhaps the Master has blinded your eyes to trifles so that you may behold what is true. Your reply, imbued with mystical significance, was evidently to the cultist's liking. He smiles haughtily and says, "May our Master blind you too, sister?" And then we'll end dialogue. A tech priest's corpse. His throat slit, sits upon a splendid command throne laced with finely wrought motive force paths. A contorted expression of righteous anger is frozen on his face. A black blindfold covers his eyes. This is the Luminodeacon's command throne. This is where the power unit, actuation, and shutdown litanies are recited from. The blessed Luminodeacon himself has the honor of closing the circuit of the motive force. The circuit the motive force flows through. Pascal, kindly sit down on the throne and recite the litany. Request denied. I am not authorized to sit upon the Luminodeacon's command throne. Such an act would be considered sacrilege. Pascal, saving the relic and your mentor justifies minor infractions of the rules. Situation deemed an emergency. I request the Omnissiah's forgiveness for the transgression about to be committed. The tech priest's body winces from the motive force discharge, but his vox begins to recite the sacred words of the litany as his fingers activate the command runes with precise, unhurried movements. I am recording a successful activation of the power units. Oh, they're so dead. Oh, you killed them. Oh, they are so dead.
Beneath my feet.
Might as well. I don't think it's going to be of much use, but it might as well. Tortured tech priest. Let's take a look at what he has to say. In the cycles of foreordained, there lurks a flaw of worship. The tech priest's body convulses. Pained, plaintive creaks of binaric prayers come from his vox. As moments pass, the signal becomes less and less clear, as if something twisted and wrong were being added to it. Pascal studies the tech priest's face. Carefully. His vox system moans in a tragic vibrato. Subject, unidentified. This is not the blessed Amernat. Stranger, I request your name. How do you know my mentor's motto? Who are you, servant of the Omnissiah? The fire of the hearth. Sent forth sparks. The name of this spark is Abel Hanuman. Tech priest looks at Pascal for a brief moment. His speech becomes clear. The echo of my call has reached you. Good. The iteration is at its end. The design is fulfilled. What is the intention? Why are you calling yourself by my name? Was it you who summoned me to Rykad Minoris? What for? I categorically demand an answer. Pascal's voice rises in an intimidating howl, but the delirious tech priest does not seem to understand what he is saying. What design? An intention both bold and honorable to open new gates for the waters of knowledge and comprehension. A plan written so that the righteous may follow. And trust in the great pattern of revelation and uniform progression towards it. Pascal's voice is trembling with elation? Those are his words. I have not heard them in so very long. Ask him about Amernat. you came here because of him after all. No, the tech priest's weak voice grows stronger. He came because of himself. Myself? To redeem myself? To correct a mistake? Possibly. But how do you... There's a look of gentle condescension in Abel's eyes, strange given the circumstances. The hubris of the mind spurs him to build monuments to himself. Do not regret, for all is predetermined by iteration. A devastating coughing fit cuts him off, and you hear a clang of tearing metal from inside his chest. You can talk once we get him out of here. A cold premonition rakes the heart. The probabilities are dark and frightening. Brother, I do not wish to gaze into them. We are the flame of knowledge that drives the darkness away. Pascal is quickly inspecting Abel's wounds, paying no mind to the blood and sacred unguents staining his sleeve. His vox rasps soothingly, "Do not fear what is to come, brother. We are already here." Do you know him, Pascal? The subject has not been identified and has no records in my catalog. Interrogation is impossible due to the subject's evident affective state of clouded consciousness. Try to take down the tech priest crucified on the machine. As soon as you touch a tech priest's battered flesh, he shifts his gaze to you and says with sudden clarity, "Many sparks have gone out, but not all. The electric shepherds are alive. In the darkness I heard their prayer. Find them, save them, recite the hymn of contact circuit restoration so that you may behold what is hidden." A blast of motive force runs down the tech priest's body, and his face contorts in a mocking grimace. Malformed binaric code, repulsively jarring on the ears, pours out of his vox. Information archived to the effect that the circuit restoration hymn is the entrance password to the Electropiece's hiding place. Pascal responds with the dour rhythm of a containment aria. I note with great sorrow that the cultist ritual has been partially successful. My tech brother has been tainted by corruption. He is in the grip of a schismatic, an unholy imitation of a machine spirit. I request immediate activation of the tech sorcerism protocol. An ugly mockery of a noble machine spirit created by the warp. Sometimes a few lines of despicable scrap code or a small clump of the motive force falls under the arch-enemy's influence and degenerates into an abomination of this sort, one whose very existence is an insult to the Omnissiah's wisdom. Well, this is tempting. On the one hand, I just want to go heretical. On the other hand, I'm a little worried that if I just do this, Pascal will be very upset. Fuck it. Request denied. If we are not granting him salvation, let us at least grant him a merciful deactivation. As mangled as it is, the tech priest's body still clings to life. It takes several blows to end his corruption-tainted existence, but even after that, a repulsive giggle is heard over the static from his vox. Pascal's mechadendrite touches the dead man's head carefully, gripping his neural augment in its claw, and extracts it from its socket with the utmost care. The skull bone cracks dryly, and brain matter taints the sacred metal. Rest in purity, tech brother. The knowledge you have attained through your efforts will be preserved and purified. Lord Captain, the Omnissiah commands a pious mind to strive towards uncovering the truth. Therefore, I will not stop until I find my mentor and understand his connection to this servant of the machine god. I request the privilege of joining your retinue as a rightful companion. I can offer to fulfill the duties of an engine seer on your ship in exchange for the right to follow and conduct my own investigation. This is
Embrace true power.
acceptable. Alright, y'all. So, I've been streaming for about 3 hours, and I gotta start getting ready to prepare for an early Christmas dinner. So, I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna check who is online right now. It's me, I'm online. Alright, so I think we're gonna raid out to, give me a moment here. First of all, I'm gonna set up a raid message. Oh my god, just a couple more people just hopped on. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is I think we're going to raid out to Kemia Mistwalker. That is the raid message if you would like to send that along. She seems to be she's playing Atelier right now, so give her some love. I'm gonna be heading out for the day so that I can get to work on some Christmas related stuff. But thank you so much for coming along for me on my day off stream, and I will see you sometime next week. I have no idea when. Alright. With that, I'm signing off. Have an excellent rest of the day. Goodbye.